This is
All right,
crazy.
shalom, shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, giving double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, all the men and the women who follow. This is Brother Christ is off from the fountain of living waters, coming back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. This lesson being entitled, Every Eye Shall See. And y'all bear with me. I'm having some technical difficulties with my computer right now. So I'm working off the phone. But, we're going to keep this train going. So, Lord's will, this is edifying. Let's just play this video. And, we're going to go off there.
Guys, this is crazy. Does anybody know what's happening? Do you guys know? Holy crap. Holy crap, it's like a light show. It's all over the place. This is out of control. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Am I going out of my mind, or are all the stars moving? This is the coolest thing. This is the coolest thing.
I was going to say.
All right, so we've seen the video. And you see chariots just screaming across the sky everywhere, And it just reminded me of a few scriptures. So, matter of fact, let's get Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. It says, Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so am I. Right? So everyone's going to see this. Everyone's going to see the chariots with their own eyes. Not just a few people, not just here in Babylon, but around the world. The Lord is going to make his presence known. It says, and them which pierced him, right, which definitely proves reincarnation, but that's a whole nother lesson. But, the Lord's coming back with revenge, all right, and he's coming back soon. When you go into the prophecies and you put them to real life, what's actually going on right now, everything is lining up. The time is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Hey, the times are speeding up, due to the Earth's rotation. So, we're in beautiful times, and, we're going to get to see this with our eyes here pretty soon. It said, he cometh with clouds. So let's get a scripture to prove that that's speaking about the chariots. This is Psalms 104 and 3. It says, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariots. Right? Speaking about the what we just seen, these so-called UFOs.
This is crazy. Guys, this is crazy.
Look at it. 1, 2. I can't even count them all.
Does anybody know what's happening?
Just zooming across the sky.
Know? Holy crap. Holy crap. It's like
a shower of chariots, if you will. It says, who walketh upon the wings of the winds, who maketh his angel spirits and his ministers a flaming fire. Because that's who's in these chariots. The angels are in these chariots. All right, it's not little green men. It's not the alien grays. All right, it's not the dudes from Independence Day. All right, it's not the Predator. It's not Alien. All right, it's men who look akin to the description of so-called African American men. All right, dark-skinned men with beards and afros, that woolly hair, that's described in Revelations chapter 1. All right, so let's go from there and get Zechariah. This is Zechariah chapter 5 and 1. It says, "Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roe." What was flying back in these days? Nothing except animals. Definitely, you didn't see a flying, when it says roe, it's speaking about like a scroll, It said, "I seen a flying roe. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roe. And the length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. So he's given the dimensions of the chariot that he's seen. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it." Right? So let's get this word curse. Which is Strong's H423. Allah. It says an oath, oath of covenant. All right, this is the oath that the Most High has promised to, to his elect. That he's going to avenge them, that he's going to come back and destroy them. And this is one of the means that he's going to use to do that. So let's oath is from Old English, a judicial swearing, a solemn appeal to a deity, sacred relics, etc., and witness of the truth or promise. It's a promise, that he's going to come back and he's going to save his elect, that we're not going to always be in this position, all right, that the chariots are going to destroy America, that the Lord is going to come back and bring salvation to, the elect Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Verse 4 says, "And I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief." Now, what is the house of the thief? The house of the thief is America, aka Babylon, aka Egypt, aka Sodom. All right, aka the land of the free and the home of the slaves. It says, "And into it the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name." How do they swear falsely by his name? By putting up that image of Cesare Borgia. All right, by calling him Jesus or Yeshua or all these other bugged out names that they have. The Lord's name is Yahweh Shai. Or the Most High's name is Yahweh. All right, these are the only names that you can be saved by. These are the only names that are going to get you out of this hellhole that we know as America. It says, "And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof." So, man, this in the NOT, it says, "And this is what the Lord of Heaven's army says: I am sending this curse into the house of every thief, and into the house of everyone who swears falsely using my name, and will curse. And my curse will remain in that house and completely destroy it, even its timbers and stones." So, America is going to be completely destroyed, utterly burned, all right, by the thermonuclear fire. But before that's done, these chariots are going to get their licks in, so to speak. So, matter of fact, we can get that and end it on that. This is 2 Ezra chapter 13, and I'll start at verse 1. It says, "And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven." Right, the thousands of heaven being, the angels, And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard the voice. Now, that's not speaking about like the voice that you're hearing in this lesson. All right, this is speaking about the chariot shooting out fire, shooting out concentrated heat. It says, and all they that heard the voice, and all they burned that heard the voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth fire. So this is a chariot attacking. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the men that came out of the sea. And you're gonna have these different countries fight against the chariots. So, like, she's in the video, going back to the video. Dang, y'all bear with me. I gotta pull it back up.
This is crazy.
So she's like, this
Guys,
is crazy.
this is crazy.
People don't know what's going on.
Does anybody know what's happening?
People don't know that this is going to be salvation. People don't know that this is maybe their destruction.
Holy crap! It's
They
like
can only go off of
what a light show.
What the Lord allowed them to know. And
it's all over the place.
99.8% of that is what Esau tells you.
This is out of control.
That's alien graves. They came and built the pyramids and this, that, and the third. All that misinformation that Esau puts out.
Oh my gosh!
But hey,
what is happening?
ID4 Independence Day got a few things right.
Am I going out of my mind, or all the stars
and whatnot? That's what That's that voice. That's what it's gonna look like. That's how it's gonna be. It says, verse 6, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. Right? So, this great mountain, he's comparing a ship to a mountain. Right? So, and this is what, some will call the mothership, which, we affectionately call the fathership. But you know how big a mountain is. Now, just imagine if that mountain was flying. Not really in the height of a mountain, but like the length and the width. Like if you was able to pick up a mountain. Y'all bear with me, I got cut off there, so this is the part 2, the end of the video. But as I was saying, just imagine if a mountain got picked up into the sky, and you seen it from underneath, the vastness of that mountain. This is what he's saying. I couldn't see where it began or where it ended. This is going to be comparable to how large that ship is going to be. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only saw that he sent out his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire and the flaming breath and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. And when I saw this, I was afraid. So that's a chilling picture to put into your mind. That this big blast of fire and all kinds of destroying destroying winds and just malice, burned everything up. And it said that there was nothing to be perceived but dust and smell of smoke. In an instant. That's bone chilling. That's enough to scare anyone. Now us in this truth, we believe that we'll be protected from this. That the chariot's not there to do us harm, but to only deliver us from this hellhole. And I'll just go get the other scripture in about Michael in Revelations, and we'll end it with that. This is Revelations 12:7. It says, "And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. And there was neither, and in their place, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven." Right? So, just backing that scripture up, man. The angels, all right, the chariots, they're gonna fight against these fighter jets, these F-15s, these stealth bombers, and all of that, and it's not even gonna be a fair fight. It's not even gonna be close. All right, the maneuvers that these chariots can do, these modern day planes can't fuck with them. All right, they can move up, down, left, right in an instant. They can stop on a dime. These modern planes can't do that. Even the drones that are out here can't do what these planes or what these chariots can do. So, just wanted to do this lesson. I seen this video, and these chariot sightings are becoming more and more prevalent and more of an occurrence. So, man, it's just a faith builder for us in this truth to know that the Lord hasn't forsaken us. The Lord is keeping His promise, His oath, like we read before, and He's going to come back and save His elect. So, with that being said, we give all praise, honor, and glory. Call Loyam unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakar Kadash, giving double honors to the apostles, the elders of GMS who taught me this truth. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, all the men and women who follow. Shalom.